The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ, WVTC Allsip Chicago, and iNetworks Communications Station.
The fall and winter fashion seasons are upon us. Time Underground Furs have every coat you need to be unique and stand out in the crowd. From furs, minks, leather, suede, vests with the fur, blue jean jackets with fur, cashmere, and wool coats, with over 350 coats to choose from. Rarely will you see two of the same coat. Quality coats and excellent customer service is first and foremost. Our entire inventory is wholesale priced. You never pay full price. Every coat is 25% or more less than any other store that sells fur coats. Why pay retail when you can buy the same coat for wholesale and save hundreds of dollars? Time Underground Furs also sells to other stores at wholesale prices. We also have very nice pre-owned, slightly worn furs. We lease our coats for all types of events and have 30-day layaway only. The mission is to take the coats out of our store and put them in your closet or store. Wearing a mink or unique coat transforms you to the best version of yourself, and everyone wants a fur coat. Time Underground Furs is here to make that happen. We do appointments only. Time Underground Furs, located in River Oaks Mall in Calumet City, 708-252-1434. That's 708-252-1434. Or check out our website at www.tymeundergroundfurs.com. It's time to purchase a fur from Time Underground Furs.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Dhat Girl, where we are working together every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. to motivate, to encourage, to inspire someone to tap into that inner person that's on the inside, that girl that God created, the one that's in there aspiring to come out, the one that's in there screaming, let me be great, the one that's on the inside of you that have you puzzled, wondering why is it that I cannot achieve things that I'm putting my hands to, wondering why is it sometimes everything I'm trying to do, it's failing. Well, listen, you all, that is that girl trying to be established. That's that girl trying to get you to move out of you and to move into the place and the person that God created you to be. That girl discovering her abilities that God created is right there waiting for you to say yes to not only what you think, but what God has ordained for this time and season in your life. Listen, you all, the wind is blowing. Yesterday was such a great day. I didn't have a chance to step out yet this morning, but I'm excited about what God is doing. I'm excited about the wind that's blowing our way. I'm excited about the fall, that everything around us is about to fall in place. I am excited, you all, that the brighter days are coming. I'm excited that all of the old is being passed away and all things that are new is being manifested in your life right now, this morning, right now, this very day. I am excited about your future as well as my future. I'm looking forward to seeing what it is that God have in store. I was listening to Medina Pullins this morning, and the praise team was singing, I've already seen it. I've already seen it. I've already seen God heal my body. I've already seen God open doors. I've already seen God promote me in my business. I've already seen God give me the abilities to write a book. What have you already seen God do for you that you will be able to stand in the face of adversity and say, oh, no. I've already seen. I already know the ability that God has. I already know the ability that the creator, the one who created me, I already know what's on the inside of me. So you cannot make me waver or go think anything different, because I've already seen it. I've already know it. I already seen prosperity in my life. I've already seen God bring me out of situations. I've already seen doors open on my behalf. So I want you all to be encouraged today to know and do not forget that is the same God who opened that door for you, who healed your body that time. He's the same God. He never changed and he never fails. So I want to talk to you all today about identity theft. Yeah, identity theft. You know how identity theft is when someone takes on your whole identity in the natural. They'll take on your social security number, they'll take on your address, they'll take on everything that identifies you to the governmental system. They'll become you. And identity theft can be such a harsh thing. I had it happen to me once before where I was trying to obtain something with my credit, only to realize that someone had already purchased a home. Well, not a home, but had already rented an apartment in my name, and they'd already purchased furniture. So it prohibited me from getting what it is that I, at the very point in time, me myself, was trying to obtain. It caused me to miss out for a short period of time on what I knew that I had built up for such a long time. I built up my credit. I was a young girl, so I really didn't have any credit, and I really didn't know which way to go with as far as credit and all of that was concerned. But someone had stolen my identity, and I want you all to be encouraged today to know that life can no longer steal your identity. I want you all to be encouraged today to know that life will no longer be able to present itself as a bully and just walk up in your life and take what it is that it wants to take. Life will no longer be able to come and just take your finances. Life will no longer be able to come and cloud your judgment of who you are. Life will no longer be able to come and cause you to wander from place to place, because guess why? That girl that's on the inside of you, she's waking up. And not only is she waking up, but she's coming out stronger, and she's coming out wiser, and she's coming out better. It's helping you to understand exactly who you are, and as I always say, whose you are and why you were created. That is your identity. When you know and understand who you are in God, who you are, that God found you worthy to create you to be in the place that he have called you to be and predestined for your life, we have got to know who we are. Identify yourself. Come on this morning, you all. Identify yourself. And when you identify yourself, then you have to identify with yourself. What do you mean identify with yourself? When I know my abilities, then I have to agree with what I know about myself. That way, nothing and no one will be able to come and steal my identity, because not only do I know it, but I agree with it. Yes, I agree that I am more than a conqueror. I agree that I am prosperous. I agree that I am a smart, young African-American woman. Did you all hear me say young? Yes, I am. I agree and I understand what it means to walk in the face of adversity. I agree and I understand with myself that I know how to overcome different obstacles, because I've done it before. I've seen it happen in my life before. I've seen paths seem so narrow that I just did not know how I would make it through it. But because I could identify with that greater person that's on the inside of me that's screaming to come out, it gives you a sense of strength. When you are determined, when you have motivation, then you can do whatever it is that you set your heart, your mind, and your desires to do. And that comes from the creator, the one who created that desire and that want on the inside of you to be able to come out in full stream and to manifest. When you identify yourself, it builds you up. And it gives you such confidence that when people see you, they realize that it's something different about you. When you identify yourself and when you agree with what you see about yourself, there's nothing that can hold you back, you all. When you go to put the pen to the paper, when you understand the gift that you have of writing, then you're able to sit down with confidence and know that I'm not just sitting here to babble, but I'm sitting here to write down and fulfill the purpose for this season in my life. Why do I feel so confident? Because it was shown to me that this is a gift that I have. It was shown to me that this is something that I'm predestined to do in my life. So when I sit down, I'm sitting down in total confidence that this is about to happen. We have to have that confidence, guys, in order to move forward, in order for the doors to open for us. We have to know when we get to that door that I'm not going to just knock on the door and it's not going to open. Have you had that happen to you before? You get to your destination and you're expecting something to be there for you. You're expecting someone to be there for you to open the door, and you're just knocking and you're knocking and you're checking to make sure that am I here at the right time? Do I have the right address? Is this the right place that I'm supposed to be? We're knocking and we're knocking, but we cannot get in. Could it be that you're at a place and a point in your life where you were not predestined to be knocking on that door, because there's a door over here right next to it that's already open for you? We're knocking on locked doors, you all, and we're trying to bust them down, and it's causing us to get so frustrated. It's causing you to become so overwhelmed where you end up losing yourself. You end up forgetting about what it is that you are able to achieve. You end up forgetting about your great skills. You end up forgetting about the wisdom that you have because you're knocking on locked doors. You're knocking on those doors that were not ordained for you in this season in your life. So we have to make sure, you all, that when you're identifying yourself, you have got to know for sure that you're on the right path and that you're seeking the right doors to be open for you. You see, I can't go through the doors that you're going through for you. You have to go for yourself. My door is for me and yours is for you. And they should not collide with conflict, but yes, they should be able to come together. When you're confident in yourself, when you're able to identify with what your abilities are, when you're able to identify with that girl that's on the inside of you, you will be able to come together and work together with others. You should be able to come together and network and put things together with people so that it will become greater. You will not walk around intimidated. If I share this with somebody, then they're going to steal it from me or they're going to be able to do it. No, 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 because that's your identity. You all heard me say someone stole my identity when I was younger, and they purchased merchandise and an apartment in my name, but it wasn't mine. So I went through the proper procedures with IRS and to get it off of my credit report, but that person did it as an imposter, so I was able to break free away from it. You all don't have to worry about the imposters. Their weapon may form, but remember, it will not prosper. They will never be able to totally walk in your shoes. They may even get in there and think that they're doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing, but do not worry, because they will never be able to be great in using your identity. Only you can be the best you that was predestined for you to be. Nobody else can do it. So when you're confident and when you identify with the full confidence and understanding about who you are, it doesn't matter, again, who tries to come to steal, kill, and to destroy your vision, because only way they're going to kill, steal, and destroy your vision is if you don't know who you are, if you don't know the place and time that you're supposed to be, if you don't know what it is that you're seeking after, if you keep going down the wrong paths and interacting with the wrong people and knocking on the wrong doors, then yes, it will allow a door open for negativity, for mischief, for all kind of things to come and to pose and to make you think that they had the ability to go in and to do what you were called to do. But it's just a facade. It's not real. They are not able to take your destiny and move with it. They may think that they are, but it's not able to happen. The only way you will be fulfilled is if you get up and get on the move and do it for yourself. Nobody can do it but you. I don't care how many motivational speakers that you listen to. I don't care how many friends that you've networked with and you came in contact with in high places. If you do not do you, then you will not fulfill the purpose and the place that you were created to fulfill and the destination that you were created to go in. It's all about you. Who do you say that you are? Do you understand who the Creator says that you are? Do you understand what has been put in front of you for you to serve to the universe? Do you understand what has been put in your hands for you to present to the people? There are people you are waiting on your product. There's people who's waiting on your books. There's people that's waiting to hear your voice. There's people that's waiting for you to be able to understand who you are, that you will be able to display with them, because 9 times out of 10, they can identify with what you're saying. They can identify with you. Have you all ever heard someone tell you, I see you doing this, or I see you doing that? Because it's something in you that shows exactly who you are. No matter how much hair we put on, you all, no matter how much makeup we put on, I'm still going to be Sholanda. No matter how I change, no matter what it is that I try to do, I'm still going to be me. I still have to walk out my own path. So it doesn't matter which way circumstances try to take you into, you all understand what I'm trying to say to you. It is imperative that if you're going to fulfill your call, if you're going to fulfill the predestined gift that God has given to you, you better recognize. You better recognize the greatness that's on the inside of you. You better recognize the strength. You better recognize the gift that only you possess on the inside of you, because I promise you, people see it and you don't even see it. You better recognize the discipline that you have. You better recognize the faith that you have that other people wish that they had. And you're sitting up here clueless of exactly how strong you are. You're sitting here clueless of exactly how swift things will work on your behalf if you get in alignment with your path, with your destiny. If you seek only what it is that you're supposed to seek, nothing else will be able to come and to block you. You got to know yourself. You got to know your power. You got to know your abilities. You got to know, yes, I can go back to school in my latter years and I can still get that degree and I can still walk through the doors that was predestined for me to walk in. Because remember, last week we talked about greatness does not die. It is you that stagnates your greatness because you fell for lack of movement. It is you that stagnates your greatness from manifesting because you have not fully identified with the power that you have. You have not fully identified with the abilities that you have, that when you speak it, that it will move, that when you walk into it, the doors will be able to open, that when you sit down before the bankers, that they will be amazed because they don't even understand the greatness that's on the inside of you, but they feel you. They feel compelled to help you to do what it is that you're coming to do, that you're seeking funds to do. You all know they say money will be drawn to you like a magnet when you get into your position. When you get into your purpose, when you're walking in your process, people will begin to seek after you. This is something that I'm realizing. You will become sought after. That person, that imposter that you've worked years and years to become. Come on, you all, let's turn it in. I told you I had to turn in my imposter to the IRS. Let's turn it in. Let's terminate that imposter so that you can be what you're trying to be. I always tell my children, my grown children, my son in particular, you want to be who you're pretending to be. Stop pretending so that you can be who you're pretending to be. If you're confident in it, if you know that this is something that you were predestined to do, you don't have to fake it till you make it. You just have to get up, move it until you make it. Stop faking it. Stop faking it. I believe that's old now. I believe faking it until you make it. This is my opinion. That's old. Come on, stop faking it, you all, and get into it and make it. If there's something going on in your body, if you're trying to move forward in your life, but sickness have overcome you, I believe that that's the first step outside of prayer and fasting and studying and building a close relationship with God. Excuse me. That you have to begin to work on your body, work on yourself. That's how you get closer to yourself, when you love on you. If you don't love on yourself, then you probably won't really fully understand who you are. I asked someone a question yesterday. How do I let go? And this is transparent, you are right here. How do I let go of things that I've done in my past? You see, when I sit here before you all, we're coming together to help one another to heal, to help one another to move forward, to help one another to identify what exactly just who am I? Just who do I say that I am? Because God says, and God knows who you are. We want to see ourselves in the eyesight that God sees us. We want to see ourselves in the way that we were created, so that we will not have to hold on to past things, past decisions, past mistakes that we may have made. I think I'm my own worst critic, you all. And I don't know if there's some more of you out there like me, but I will go so hard on myself if I make a mistake. And that's not good. You have to acknowledge it. You have to know your heart. You see, I know my heart, but I'm so hard on myself with, why would you allow yourself to do that? Things will happen. Things will happen, you all. Life will happen. And that's what brought us to this place right now this morning. When life happens, you have got to be able to identify, oh, that's just a life situation. That's not my destiny. That's just a card that life dealt me. That's not really the place that I'm supposed to be. This is something that life thought that it was going to use to take me out. No, I'm not supposed to be sick. When you're able to speak to your body and tell your body, no, you're not sick. Even though you got pain all in your body. When you're able to speak to your business, yeah, I see the people walking around in the store. I see the people, all of the kids right here in my daycare. I see the monies in the bank. I see the product being sold. When you're able to know in totality what it is, and you know that you're in your right place, then you won't have to hold on to what your mistakes was. You'll be able to go through, and you'll be able to go through with smooth sailing. What was the advice that person gave me? They said, when you have thoughts of beating yourself up, shift your thought. Change it to something else that's positive. How do I have the ability to do that? Because I do. It's just that simple. When it comes to taunt and to discourage your mind, when thoughts and different situations again come to hinder your thought pattern, because it's all in your mind. Your greatness is all in here. So when the past can come to haunt you in your great place, then it's going to come and try to dwell there, but you have the power to shift it. It's just that easy. Change your thought. It's just that simple. Think about something that's good. Think about something that you did that was positive. Think about who you are right now. We have the strength, you all, in our mind and in our mouth to begin to speak our way into our identity. We have the power in our mouth, in our tongue, to cancel out that imposter. We have the power in our mind, you all, and in our tongue to identify it and to agree with yourself and to move forward in it and to conquer and to achieve that place in destiny that was set out for your life. You all, this is awesome on this morning, because we're in a place right now where while you're trying to figure it out, it's already been worked out, but you don't even know it because you don't know that greatness that's on the inside of you. While you're trying to figure it out, the door is already open. Have you ever heard the door be open and the wind is blowing and it's hitting? The screen door is just hitting. Your door is open, and the wind of greatness is blowing in and it's calling you, but you keep ignoring that door. Stop ignoring that door. The wind has blown the door open, wide open for you. Be confident in who you are, and let's go and open up that door and walk through it, that you will no longer have to wonder. You will no longer have to worry who you are, and why you were created, because you have already stepped into your place of destiny. And how did you step in it? You stepped in it with confidence. You stepped in it knowing, yeah, this is who I am. You stepped in it with full understanding and knowledge that no, I don't have to take that anymore. No, I'm not going that way anymore, because I understand that greatness does not live there. Greatness lives here. I understand that greatness does not live in lack. I understand that greatness does not live in sickness. I understand that greatness does not live in procrastination. I understand that greatness lives in my movement. I understand that greatness moves in my confidence. I understand that the only way that I am going to be able to reach me is if I move in me. How do you move in you? Because you're going to move in the greater He that is within you. That's how you're going to move within yourself. I'm not saying be full of yourself. Let me make that clear. I'm saying move in that girl that God created, not the one that you've created, that life have caused you to move in. You all, this has been such a great revelation for me. Let's stop the identity theft in your life. Let's stand confident. Let's stand whole and secure, knowing that I've seen it happen before. And I know that if it happened then I can do it again. If you're walking in something now that's prosperous, what makes you think that you can't do something different? You see, we get confident and comfortable at one level, and it causes us to stagnate ourselves from reaching our fullest potential that God created for us to reach. No more. Come on, you all. The door is wide open. Can you hear the wind blowing? The wind of God's favor is blowing upon His people today. The wind of God's glory, the wind of God is blowing your way. The doors have been opened for you. Stop ignoring you. Stop ignoring your purpose. Stop ignoring the plan that God has for you, because I promise when you get in there and you begin to walk it out, when you begin to work it, God has already worked it out, and God has already prepared the path for you. When you get into that open door, please hear me loud and clear. It's going to be amazing to you. I was, again, Prophet Medina Pullins was saying how we are walking into the season of our eyes have not seen. We are walking into that season, you all, where that thing that you thought you could not accomplish, you can accomplish it. All you have to do is put your hands to it. All you have to do is focus on it. All you have to do is believe it and understand that you have the power, because you know who you are, and you know who created you, and you know why you were created. So you all, let's walk it out today. Identify what your greatness is, and then agree with it and walk it out. Walk into your next. Walk into you. Walk into that greatness that's on the inside of you. Let it out. Stop holding it back. Stop ignoring the wave of the glory of God that is trying to fill you up in your life. Stop allowing people, places, and things to hinder you. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's time for us to move, and don't look back. It's time for us to move, and don't be held back because of what you did yesterday. I promise you, yesterday is gone. Yes, you can remember it, that you will not be able, that you won't go back and make the same mistakes, but you do not have to hold on to it, because that was you then, and this is you now. You all, this has been great. My time has gone by so fast on this morning, but I am enjoying just sitting here with you all, doing what we do every Saturday morning, encouraging, motivating, and empowering one another to get up and identify who are you. Listen, you all, I want to share my book, The ABCs of Prayer, Laying the Foundation of Greatness for Our Children Starts with Prayer. This book sells for $20 by itself. It's a hardback copy, and it has a letter, a word, illustration, and a scripture to help your children to understand the ways and what it means when they're praying. I want you all to know that we've also created a handbook, just an activity book for them to go back. When you pray the word, we understand the word works. So we want to just have the scriptures for them to be able to fill in the blank, to help them to remember it, and some coloring pages so they can use their gifts, so they'll be able to activate their the artsy part on the inside of them. So you all, this whole package sells for $25. You can find this on PayPal. Just go to ABCs of Prayer, or it's on Amazon, or you can reach me personally and I will send the book out to you, 708-351-0002. This has been so fun. I have really enjoyed this. I hope you all was as encouraged as I was by this, knowing who you are, identify your purpose, and then agree with what it is that God has shown you and who you are, and watch how far you excel. Watch how far you go. You all listen again. I am Sholanda, and I have been your host for today. Get out and enjoy yourself on this Saturday. Today I feel like it might be a stay at home and drink some hot cocoa or some tea and just watch some Lifetime movies or some kind of good movie. But whatever it is that you're doing today, do it. Make yourself happy. Enjoy yourself. And until we get together next Saturday morning at 10 a.m., you all be blessed and have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you later.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ. WVT.